What's up, guys? Hope y'all having a great day today. It's your boy Swalix doing another video reaction. This reaction gonna be what if India and Pakistan went to war? If you're new to the channel, please don't hesitate to like, comment, and subscribe, and share the video with your friends and family. So without further ado, let's get with this reaction. What if India and Pakistan went to war, guys? What would happen if India and Pakistan went to war? Here we go, guys. Let's check it out.
India and Pakistan have over 70 years of tension between them. The fallout left by British colonisation has been nasty, and the countries have fought one another on a handful of occasions over the past 7 decades. The problem is that tensions are hotting up once more, and this time they could get nuclear. So, what if a war began? Hello and welcome back to Life's Biggest Questions, the channel that looks to answer a plethora of queries in the pursuit of better educating ourselves.
That means a lot if you don't
just
know.
for better entertaining ourselves. I'm your host, Rebecca Felgate, and today I'm asking a very sensitive question. What if Pakistan and India went to war? Firstly, I want to say that I understand that there is a lot of history here, and this topic is very intricate. In this video, we're going to be giving an overview of the tension and offer some possible outcomes of war should it so happen. But I am by no means the definitive voice on this topic, just one of the many speculators. So I would encourage doing some research on the situation and forming your own opinion, as always. Let's keep the comment section a friendly and productive space, and if you like discussions like this on this channel, then please do hit that thumbs up button
guys.
and
Keep the
click on
comments
the
friendly.
notification bell to be the first to hear a big answer. Stick around to the end of the video where I'll be reading some comments out from a previous one. Okay, let's do this. Firstly, I want to give you some context to the tension. The landmass of India, Pakistan and Bangladesh all used to be part of India. The people living in the large expanse of land, like people living anywhere in the world, hold different religious beliefs. The two majority religions here are Islam and Hinduism, but the country also contains...
She can stop right there. She already told you. Real religious beliefs. I mean, a lot of people got different religion and stuff like that, but why on earth would you go to war, for that?
A lot of Sikhs and Christians too. The British began colonizing India in 1612 and held official rule since 1757. Objectively, the British manipulated the religious divides of the Indian people to their gain in order to delay focus on freedom, a classic maneuver. Eventually though, the British left India, but not without dividing it up in what is known as the Partition of India. This went down in 1947. India was split into West Pakistan, East Pakistan and India, with East Pakistan later becoming Bangladesh. When the British divided India...
Hold on. I need to hear that one more time. I need to let this sink in.
Not without dividing it up in what is known as the Partition of India. This went down in 1947. India was split into West Pakistan, East Pakistan and India, with East Pakistan later...
So India was split into West Pakistan, East Pakistan, and India. What does that mean? Are you saying all of this was India or what? India was split in what?
Was split into West Pakistan, East Pakistan and India, with East Pakistan later becoming Bangladesh.
Oh, I think she's saying all of this was India, but it got split. So this is Pakistan now. Okay, that's what I think she's saying.
The British divided India, they wanted to do so with religion in mind. By and large, India is majority Hindu and Pakistan is majority Muslim. So as you can already sense, the divide between the two countries is already fueled by a tension that runs deeper than borderlines. 7 million people moved from India to Pakistan, but then 7 million more went from Pakistan to India. And as people moved to the country that they felt best suited their allegiance, all sorts hit the fan. Unfortunately, 1 million people were killed in the crossover. Mobs on both sides lynched travelers and families were split apart.
That is devastating. I had no idea.
When the divide was drawn up in just 36 days, I will add, the British did not make it clear enough where the land of Kashmir belonged, India or Pakistan. At that time, Kashmir and Jammu were run as a kingdom. Now the land is hotly contested between the two nations, and they have fought 3 wars over it. A further war has been fought over Bangladesh, but we will not be covering that in this video.
Okay, so let me rewind. Why did they start a war? Let me see.
The two nations, and they have fought 3 wars over it. Jammu were run as a kingdom. Now the land is hot. The British did not make it clear enough where the land of Kashmir belonged, India or Pakistan. At that time, Kashmir and Jammu were run as a kingdom. Now the land is hotly contested between the two nations, and they have fought 3 wars over it.
Oh, they're fighting.
Has been fought over Bangladesh, but we will not be covering that in this video. As well as religion and land, Pakistan and India disagree on water. During the partition, the British allocated water sources to both nations in the Indus Water Treaty, which refers to rivers running in the Indus Basin waters. The treaty was clear that neither could disrupt one another's water supplies. However, the treaty was unclear in other areas. While the treaty made it clear that neither could drink one another's water, they could use it for irrigation and agriculture. India's economy has been greatly lifted by the hydropower they have generated using these waters, but Pakistan is annoyed as they think that this is diminishing their own flow, and the Pakistani gross domestic product does depend on this water. So, water, land, religion. While the two cultures do share a lot of cultural similarities, these 3 key issues are enough for them not to see eye to eye, and they are understandably extremely sensitive. In regards to water, if the two did go to war, the Indus Water Basin would be an area of even more tension. If either tried to disrupt the other's supply, there could be millions of lives at stake, and each would jeopardize one another's economic standing. The land issue has always been there in the background, but as a result of the 2019 Pulwama attack and the subsequent bombing of Pakistani territory, to which Pakistan have lodged a complaint to the UN, things are just getting even more tense. Like I said, there are a lot of intricacies here, but the main thing the world is concerned about when it comes to these two nations is that they are both nuclear nations. India has around 110 nuclear warheads, and Pakistan has around 130. Outside of the
You know what's funny? Why on earth would you want these nuclear warheads? Like, why would you want so much? If you launch probably maybe even 50 of them, and they launch 50 of theirs, everything's going to be destroyed. I mean, it's like, what's the point of having so many nuclear warheads? Like, seriously. It's overkill.
Nukes, the Indian army is bigger than that of Pakistan,
That's where
with over 2
they spend
million
our money,
active
guys,
personnel compared
on
to
these nuclear warheads and
650,000. The population of India is also much larger than Pakistan, should new members be drafted. India also has more tanks, more armoured fighting vehicles, more artillery and a larger air force, although Pakistan has a marginally larger navy. Traditional warfare would leave Pakistan in a weaker position, which is why many are concerned that things could turn nuclear, as it would be a much more even fight. Now, this would be absolutely devastating for very, very obvious reasons. While the collective blast of over 200 nuclear weapons would not and could not destroy planet Earth like some sensationalist media outlets are claiming, they can and will directly kill millions upon millions of people.
That's what I'm
and
saying.
that number could indirectly add up to over 1 billion when factors such as poisoned water sources and soil from nuclear fallout are considered, and the knock-on effect on the worldwide economy. This would be an utter disaster, after which point the albeit legitimate complaints of each side will seem totally insignificant. The fighting, of course, is never just done between two warring states either. Pakistan and India have their own allegiances. Pakistan has a close relationship with Turkey and Iran, whereas India has allies in Israel, Russia, Afghanistan, Bangladesh, France, and the United States of America, which make things pretty icky in terms of world politics. As you can tell, India is in a better position in terms of having some pretty big players on its side, so if tensions did erupt, it really wouldn't look great.
Yo, this is so overwhelming, okay? Overwhelming. Hold on, let me turn this down. I'm screaming in y'all ears. Okay. It's a lot to sink in, guys. It's a lot to sink in. Sometimes it's good not to be too smart because I think you're worried too much. But this is definitely interesting, not in a good way. I mean, I don't want these two countries to get into a war. I mean, who does? Nobody like wars, but it seems like that's what you got to do when one country does not agree with the other country's rules or negotiations or compromise. So you got to go to war and shed blood because two adults or two supreme leaders don't know how to talk it out or to have a casual conversation. So let's finish this video.
Also, massively worth considering here are the religious connotations. The West, Israel and Russia ganging up to bash down Muslim Pakistan, this would further enhance religious tensions across the world, especially in Europe and the Middle East, which could lead to a rise in the creation of terror cells and civilian attacks. Also, I'm sure that this would add further fuel to the fire along the Gaza Strip between Israel and Palestine. Like with most wars, it is never just as simple as two countries having tension. War always picks on a lot of old wounds. One fire between India and Pakistan could start a number of fires across the globe, and how long until we burn the whole house down? Ultimately, millions if not billions of lives could hang in the balance as an eruption into hot war becomes a possibility. I for one am massively aware that the tensions are complicated and built on decades if not centuries of history, but I strongly hope for the benefit of mankind that a peaceful resolution can be sought. Okay, I think we're going to end this one there, but of course there is still much to learn and discuss, so I really hope that you read and watch more on the topic and get educated for yourself. A change of direction just to round off this video, I'm going to be reading some comments from one of our most recent videos, What is the deadliest substance on Earth? You guys seem to love it. This is what you had to say. Now, a lot of you were asking for me to sing Britney's Toxic, and like, do we need a poll for this? Shall I do it? Yes or no? Yes or no?
No.
Catcher Gossip said, what if all of the super volcanoes erupted at the same time? Oh my goodness, I don't think I want to be around to see that. The Goddess of the Multiverse said, what is the deadliest substance on Earth? Humans. Do you know what? I think I agree with you. Ned Riley said, what if Chopin was never born? I like that. A change of direction. Chopin. Important. So thank you guys for reaching this point of the video. Do show me you liked it by leaving it a thumbs up.
Alright guys, that is very interesting. I also like the comments. The question that these guys asked was very interesting. What if Chopin was never born? What's the worst substance on Earth? I think humans. Guys, that is cool. What if India and Pakistan went to war? Guys, let me know what you guys think would happen in the comment section below. That is crazy, guys. I mean, it's a lot of corruption, seem like. A lot of people that wants money and power and things on Earth and don't care about compromising and doing what's right for the good of the people. And that's how things like this happen. Someone's right, someone is wrong, and sadly, you got to do what you got to do, which is to go to war. What's good right now is that these two countries haven't went to war yet, and hopefully they don't go to war in the future. So y'all have a great day. More reactions coming soon. I really like that. That was very interesting. I learned something new today about these two countries and how India was split and everything like that, and Britain was in their country, but they left, but they hurt the country by splitting it up. So peace, guys. More reactions coming soon. I really like that. I really enjoyed that video. Peace.